example, Women's Huron Valley, we know that what's happening there is egregious.
Let us know what you're doing now and give us a call to action and how we can assist you and help you with your journey and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So right now, I'm working for Citizens for Prison Reform as a contractor, as their government relations liaison, working as essentially their lobbyist to a great extent. So some of the specific objectives that we're focusing on right now are legislation that would really impact the way in which the system operates that affects the families, right? Because if you're a loved one, you're locked. Say you're a family member and your loved one is locked up. Chances are they're experiencing limitations on access to visitation. But primarily, our second bill is the Corrections Ombudsman Oversight Bill. And this bill allows the state legislature to be able to oversee the Michigan Department of Corrections, which currently there is no real oversight. So this bill we've crafted and put together was voted out of the Senate unanimously. It now sits in the House. The House has, instead of taking the bill up as it is, as SB 156, they decided to break the bill up into a couple bills and give it to a couple different sponsors. So they're going to be introducing the bill package as a whole in three separate bill packages. And that will still meet the same objectives because it's going to allow the corrections ombudsman to really have power to show up in institutions, to conduct real investigations, to spend money for investigators, expert witnesses, expert investigators to go inside. For example, in Women's Huron Valley, we know that what's happening there is egregious, the conditions of confinement. But the correctional ombudsman can't do anything about it. And when it comes to investigating the conditions of confinement, the Department of Correction does that themselves internally.
No accountability.
With this oversight bill, he will be able to hire a third party to come in and do the investigation, to do water testing, samples, et cetera, et cetera. So that this bill is important. It's important to family members who have a loved one incarcerated. For example, if you're incarcerated in Michigan right now, there is no legal right for the institution to notify your family member if you go to the hospital. They don't have to. And so part of this bill is that there's going to be a requirement for it to make proper notifications, emergency notifications. And it's going to start with when you first come in the system, they're going to give you a form to fill out that allows you to designate my mother, my uncle, my brother as a person who should be informed of anything about me. If I'm locked up in segregation, if I'm, placed in the hospital, et cetera.